Hey guys, MGH here. Welcome to another episode of my Roma career mode on next gen FIFA 14. Now, this is the first episode I'm doing with the commentary after. What I've decided to do is, actually, I'll explain this after this moment here because we are looking at the squad here. We're doing the squad report nice and early on in the season just to get a little look at how the squad is looking. So, as usual, just feel free to click pause at any time. You can check out what the players are looking like at the moment and check out their stats. Now, for me, this team is all about it's very balanced. This team is all about balance for me, and you'll see across all of my players, they're all good at everything. It's a little bit strange, actually. I've never had such a balanced team. Every single person in this starting 11. Oh, look at Totti, he's starting to go down already. Already down by 1, and it's only 3 weeks in. I'm just trying to make sure that every player that I've got is balanced, and actually at the moment I feel that way. It feels very balanced, this team, and I'm saying balanced way too much. The problem I do see is when certain players do get a little bit older, obviously they start dropping out. Obviously Totti is going to start getting older soon. Well, he is already old, but soon he's going to retire. We've got players like De Sanctis who will retire. De Rossi is now 30, so there will be players over the future who will just drop out, like Maicon as well. And they're all key players in my team. So I must make sure that I replace them properly. Otherwise, I will be getting into some problems. Especially when it comes to, the defensive midfield position. Because without a defensive midfielder who is tying up that midfield like De Rossi does, I'm going to have problems going back. You know, I'm only using 3 at the back in my my 3-1-4-2 formation. Sorry, it's difficult to remember that one. Anyway, we've got a lot of players out on loan at the moment, which is obviously, done already for you when you start the Roma career mode itself. And there is one player I'm very interested in getting back, and that's Viviani. I will look forward to using him at the end of Season 1. As long as I don't get fired, of course. But again, feel free to rewind here and take a look at the other players. Now back to what I was talking about. I was saying how this is the first time this is doing a commentary after the game has been recorded, not live. I will be doing it kind of when there's a lot of games in a row that don't really have too much importance, if you know what I mean. So in this episode, we're going to look at 4, league matches that don't really have much of an impact. They're all games that I should win. So close there. And, it didn't seem right to do 4 live commentary games in an episode. It would just go on way too long. Or I would have to cut it down so much that you'd literally hear me talking over just goals. And it wouldn't be the same, right? So what I'll do is when there's a bunch of games that don't really affect too much in terms of going forward in this season and don't have too much importance, I will just do a video like this where I show you guys those 4 or 5 games, whatever it be. Look at that shot. And that's just the way it's going to be. And this is a perfect reason why. We just finished this game 0-0 and it was rubbish. It was such a boring game. Really struggled to score, and they did too. So it was basically a very boring game, and I was able just to cut it into very key highlights there, and you saw what happened in that match. No need to do a live commentary and waste 10 minutes of your time. Now we move into the next match against Lazio, and I've just noticed I'm 1-0 up already and I haven't put the goal in. That's my bad. I'll add that to the end of this episode. I've only just realised. That's the first time I've ever realised that during a commentary. That's my bad. I'm pretty sure it was a good goal because it's Roma, right? But anyway, they give away a penalty here. I had a massive shot here that was going way off target, and they completely fluff it up and handball it. And Churchy takes the penalty there and slots it home into the top right corner. What a start he's made to his career here. Looks like a very good signing. A lot of people were a bit confused as to why, but you will soon find out why I signed him. And there again, he's just in the right place at the right time there. It was an ugly finish. It just bounced off his shin and went in, which was... well, it's pretty lucky, let's be honest. But Totti is the one who did all the hard work there and had the lovely finesse shot. Cuts inside here. Unfortunately, he is decreasing already. It's such a shame because I want to use him. But you know what? I'll use him even if he's 78, 77 overall. That's absolutely fine by me. And again, Totti and Churchy combining here. Have I found my front two? I think I have, guys. I do like using Laic as well as like the left centre-forward striker kind of player. But I think Totti, he's got to play while he can. And that pass is just sublime, and the finish is even better. Now, Churchy's finishing isn't the best. He's not, an ideal striker. But when you've got 2 strikers up front, I actually quite like to use a centre-forward. It just seems to work. But there you go. It's the end of the match. Lazio just got destroyed. 4-0. And now we go into the third game of the episode. This one is against Sampdoria. Really struggling to score goals, except from in that last game. You saw that it kind of worked out. The tactics I used there were, well, probably ideal. And there in the table, it kind of reflects that. My goal difference is now 4. So literally winning 4-0 has given me a 4-goal difference. All the other games I've been doing, I wouldn't say badly. I still haven't conceded. I still haven't conceded a single goal, which is pretty awesome. But going forward, after that 4-0 victory, I've got a bit more confidence now. And hopefully I won't get any repeats of the match beforehand when obviously we weren't scoring any goals whatsoever. I think it's more down to being unlucky. I'm not really sure why. I'm making the chances. I'm just not putting them away. Or so I was. Obviously in the last game you saw that I did a lot better. And straight away in this game, pretty much another boring 0-0 in the first half. That was pretty much the only chance of this first half. And it wasn't even that close. Morata, I've got to say, I'm not actually that impressed with him. I'm sure in a couple of seasons, when he starts getting into those, early 80s, I think he could be very good. But I've got to say, at the moment, I'm not looking to sign him up full time. I think I'll just keep him on loan until the end of this season, and then I'll send him back off to Real Madrid and get in another striker. But look at that, hit the bar and then the post in 2 shots. I don't think there's much more in this game that's more frustrating than that, when you come so close to scoring, yet you don't score. Very frustrating indeed, especially when it comes off the bar or the post. But Dos Santos here, really pushing forward here. Totti's going to try and cross that one in, and I was sure that hit the defender's arm, but apparently not. And we lose the ball as well. Florenzi, one of my favourite players so far on the right. I'm really impressed with him. I do plan to do a video, maybe the next one or the one after, where I just want to update you on my squad. I want to just tell you about what I think about certain players and what I think I'll need in the future. But unfortunately, I drew a blank. Another 0-0. It's so depressing, and it seems to be away from home that I'm really struggling. But you've got to take positives away from poor results sometimes, and it was another clean sheet. So defensively, I'm feeling solid. My defence is strong. We've got Cher, who's just joined. He seems like a very good defender, and already starting to grow. We've also got Benatia in the middle and Casta on the left, Leonardo. Or is it Leandro, sorry. He seems like a very solid defender. But straight away in this game, 7 minutes in, and we get that goal. Churchy, he's giving me that confidence every time I play him, because he makes perfect runs all the time. He controls it every time perfectly. And most of his shots are actually on target. I can't believe it. I think his finishing is 76. I think it's something like that when I checked, which you'd expect, to be not good enough up front. He'd miss all his shots, or they'd just go off target all the time. Or they'd be saved easily, but not the case at all. He seems to be doing so well in finding the net every time, and I can't say that for Totti. He may be playing well, he's producing assists, he's getting involved in the game, but when you have chances like this, I think I've got to pull it back and pass it in or cross it in. I went for the chip, a little bit cheeky. I guess I got confident from my rage to glory yesterday after scoring an amazing chipped goal, but in that case it didn't come off. Strootman almost scores there. I think it might be Strootman. I'm sorry if I'm saying his name wrong as well. I suck at pronunciations. God, that's ironic. But Strootman, whatever the case, it's a weird name. It really is. I've never heard anything like it, and he almost grabbed that goal there. I think he's going to get a couple of goals this season. I really do. Look at that cross from Totti. His accuracy on long balls is absolutely crazy. He's got so much curve as well. And he releases Churchy here, but the bounce is so unkind to him. He isn't able to take it under control, but he wins it back here. That's what Churchy's good at. He's so agile. He wins the ball back pretty much every time. And there's Strootman. I was just saying he's going to score this season a few times. Very close to doing so there. And Totti again combining with Churchy. He's going to run up as fast as he can. Is he going to take the shot? No, he's not. And who's on hand to score? Strootman. There you go. I did say he's going to get a couple this season. Whether that will be the last goal he scores, who knows? But he's getting into positions to score goals. And I'm sure his left foot will provide enough power, enough accuracy to find the net every now and again at least, and provide some very important goals. But very unselfish of Churchy, or unselfish of me, to spread the goals around, because I would love Churchy to get top scorer this season. But there you go, guys. That's the end of that game. We win 2-0. And after that result in the table, we're going to have a look at where we are here. We have played 6 games, 4 wins, 2 draws, 8 goals scored, and 0 Yes, that's right. 0 goals conceded. So Juventus have started strongly. Same results as us, except from they've scored almost double the amount of goals than us. So we really do need to step that up. Apologies for missing the Roma goal. I'll go ahead and add that now so you can see it. Thank you so much for watching. Please do leave a like, and I'll see you next time.
Maybe they'll get a replacement in quickly. Opportunity here. Shots on here. Here's the chance.